Hello everyone, Penguin Style here again, and today I would like to discuss a game that I feel like should have gotten more attention than it seemingly has. Although 200 plus reviews on Steam and a very positive rating is nothing to sneeze at, this minimalistic action game lets you perform insane combo attacks against a horde of would-be murderers set in feudal Japan. The game I am referring to is in fact HAYAI. HAYAI is the first game published and developed by a studio called HAYAI, who have since put out another game called Skull Chains, but that's a topic for another day. HAYAI essentially has a single mechanic, using your mouse cursor to draw the path of your next sword strike. For most of the characters, this action slows down time, so you could take a moment to plot out this path. Although I always end up panicking and usually end up scribbling nonsense on the screen anyway, especially as Hideyoshi. As characters continue to spawn, you find yourself being cornered by fast-charging samurai, rapid-firing archers, and this demon mask-looking thing that I so lovingly refer to as Nosemire for some reason. And just when all seems lost, you pull off this crazy combo that allows you to eradicate everything you see on screen. HAYAI may seem simplistic, and in a sense it kind of is, but every single time you draw a ridiculous sword path on the screen and wipe out all of your oppressors, it feels incredibly badass. Why have more games not tried to come up with more expressive uses of the mouse like this? The closest thing I can think of is Kill the Crows by 5 Min Lab Corp, which also has a really fun gameplay sequence involving your mouse. Again, topic for another day. One of the impressive things about HAYAI is how different it feels to play each of its 5 playable characters. While the basic mechanic of drawing your slice remains intact, each character has a unique gimmick that changes up the way your brain processes this information. Tomoe has a long stamina bar and does not need to wait for it to be fully charged to release her attack, but her stamina takes twice as long to recharge. So early on, you can unleash attacks at a quick and steady pace, but after you have released too many attacks in a row without recharging, you must wait for the slow climbing stamina bar to settle back in. Kazuya has double movement and attack speed of the other characters, allowing him to get out of, and sometimes into, danger much more quickly. And then there's Hideyoshi, who can attack over and over again without fail, since his stamina bar recharges in an instant, but he's also the only character who does not slow down time when he attacks, making everything happening on the screen an absolute panicky mess. HAYAI is a short game in the traditional sense of not having a whole lot of content and the fact that you can complete all 20 achievements in less than an hour, but I do not think traditional length is what this game had in mind at all. There are 4 challenges with each of the 5 characters, and I think these exist just to give players a taste of the playstyles of each of the characters, and then hook them into the satisfying gameplay mechanic. HAYAI has a global leaderboard, which adds up the score received from each of the 5 characters, and I think this is where the game truly has an opportunity to shine. I'm not even someone who's interested in leaderboards in games at all, and I find myself staring at my current placement of 273rd in the world and wanting to increase it a little bit. The gameplay is so enjoyable, and the runs, assuming you aren't doing too well, don't last very much time at all. So this feels like the type of game you can hop into for 10 minutes, try to increase your scoreboard position a little bit, and then move on to something else. Unless you get wrapped up in trying to move up the leaderboard and you look over and see an hour's passed, which that works too. I feel like HAYAI should be praised for its achievement in making one single, simple mechanic add so much creativity and enjoyment into this game, and having it feel smooth and badass to execute every single time you come back to it. If this feels like a love letter to HAYAI, well, it's essentially what this is. I find myself in a position where I want to show love to these games more instead of just constantly criticizing them. If HAYAI sounds interesting to you, and you feel like attempting to topple my position at the top middle of the leaderboard, check this one out on Steam, where it is beautifully priced at $1.99, making an easy investment for any interested video game player. Let me know down in the comments if you were able to best me, unlikely, and let me know if you want more audio love letters to games that deserve more time in the sun. Feel free to subscribe if you've not done so already, it is free, and thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next video.